Hello everybody! Well, finally gotten around to making a video today. I got several things took care of. We got a good bit of stuff going on. We got Trevor in rehab at the end of last week, so we're not going and staying at the hospital with him now because the visiting hours are between 3 and 9. So he can do his physical therapy and not have somebody there to help him full time. That's what they want. So we appreciate all the prayers and the help that we've received, because it has been a chore, task, however you want to call it. It's been rough. We'll just put it that way. It's been rough. And the help we've received has been great. And he's still not done, but he's making progress, and that's a good thing. I'm supposed to go. I'm going to go this evening. Here after a while, I'm going to go and stop and pick up some Japanese food and take it up there and eat with him for supper, because he ain't had none of that in a long time. So I told him I'd bring him some, and he was excited about that. So that's a good thing. We got a lot of stuff going on this week. Mama's in the hospital now. She's got a lung infection or something. She had COVID, so we've been praying for her. If y'all don't mind, y'all just keep praying for her too. And actually, I need to message her here in a little bit and check on her today. I hadn't this morning so far. I'm gonna make this video, and then I've got to go down and help Dad a little more with another lawnmower. So I was gonna make a video yesterday, and I went down there to help him with a couple that he had issues with, and wound up being down there most of the day. Well, no, I was there all day, because I didn't get done till 6 o'clock yesterday evening. So I'm making this video here. I've had a couple people ask me, y'all hear me use the term strato and non-strato. And people have been asking me, what's the difference? The long and short answer is different ports. And that's the short answer. We're going to go over the long answer here in a minute. Now, before I start making this video, I'm going to tell y'all I don't know 100% what all the strato is for. I could miss something in this video, so if I do, don't jump on me saying, well, that's it. I don't know. I really don't. I'm going to show you the difference, though, and we'll talk about what it does based on what I know. So that's what we're going to do. So hop on in and let's have a little look here and see what's going on. Let me get y'all just a little closer. I might actually need to raise you up a little bit. This is the first video filmed on our new camera mount that I had to get the other day after knocking the camera over while we were filming the air compressor repair. Video. Okay, so I'm going to set this out of the way. We're going to set this out of the way. Now, for most people, if you have a 372 XP, I know the head's been cut off. This is going to be a racing cylinder directly. I just hadn't got done with it. This is a piston from a 372 XP. This is the cylinder from a 372 XP. Most people recognize it. Alright. I didn't clean the top of the piston off, but usually there's an arrow pointing on top of the piston. If you can't see the arrow, the pins that hold the rings go to the intake on most everything. Alright, now I'm going to try to show y'all when you move the piston. This is a piston ported intake. So when the piston goes up, the fuel charge goes in. when the piston comes down, it creates a positive pressure in the crankcase and shoves the transfer charge up through the transfer ports in on top of the piston, and that's what makes it run. Alright, this is the cylinder. As you can see, it's just one simple hole, and the piston opens and closes that hole. I'm trying to get it where the light shines. This is a non-Strato charged cylinder. Alright, this is the intake. Straight shot right down the middle. Carburetor. You can actually see between the flaps down through the carburetor. It's open all the way. This is the air horn. So, you know, it's open. Just like that. This is what we call a non-Strato charged cylinder. 372 XP. Standard cylinder. Alright. This is a 372 XP X torque. Basically an X torque. It has 3 ports, as you can see. That one, and that one, and this one. Alright. On this piston, you see these 2 eyes or reliefs or whatever you want to call them. When you put this piston in this cylinder might be a little cruddy. I don't know if I can get the piston to go up in this cylinder or not. Oh, this cylinder's stored. Let me grab another one. This cylinder might not be so bad. Same cylinder, just not as bad, I don't think. Alright, there you go. When you slip this piston up in here, you can see it opens right there. But what's real hard to see for y'all, and I'm going to try to show this, but I don't know if I'll be able to or not. Not with the transfer caps on. See a little bit of movement in that port right there? There you go. See that? In this upper one right here? I think y'all can see that. Yeah. Alright, that's that relief. So, when this piston opens right here, when it opens this bottom port, the fuel charge goes in the bottom just like a regular saw. Alright, what's really hard to see, if I took these caps off, it'd be a little easier to see in there probably. But nonetheless, we're going to go with it anyway. Alright, here is the intake for the Strato. See, it's split all the way down. This is the fuel charge hole, and this is the air hole. It goes, I might have told you a lie. I did. The split one's the fuel charge, and the open one's the... Alright. So see, you can see there's different ports here. Alright, the carburetor. I don't know if y'all can see this. It's really hard to see. But, alright. You see through the carburetor. Now watch this. Notice how the light doesn't shine. Notice how the light don't shine into the top of the hole. There is a center divider in this carburetor. Oh, come on. Sorry, y'all. I'm blinding you with light. You see that? The light comes through the top but doesn't go into the bottom. The carburetor has a center divider in it as well. So there is a divider. When the choke flap is open and the throttle flap's wide open, there's a flat plane that goes all the way through here where air is on the top and the fuel charge and air mix is on the bottom. And it goes on through into the, see this divider, see I can't put my finger through this one like I did the other one, because there's a divider in here that divides it into two pieces. Let's see if I can show the difference. See the light come through that one, and then the light goes through this one. There's two separate chambers in there. So there's a fuel and air charge that goes into this port, and only air goes into this port. And from the best of what I can tell, it just blows air into the cylinder and it lets it go over into the transfer ports to add fresh air into the ports. I've been told it was for cleaning out the cylinder. I've been told it was for just adding air to the system. Basically, from what I understand, it's to make the saw meet EPA standards. It introduces more fresh air. It creates a little bit of a leaner run, for lack of a better term. I'm struggling with it a little bit because I don't understand it 100% myself. I'm not going to kid you. I don't. But the main point of this video is to show the difference between the Strato and the non-Strato, so that people understand when I say it's a Strato saw, that means that we have extra ports and air injection into the cylinder. Non-Strato means it's just an air fuel charge. And that's the basic difference between the two. I do have some other cylinders that are from different machines. Some are Strato, some are non-Strato, like the old Max, obviously. Just an intake port, non-Strato. I don't know, but the 372 X-Torque is one of the first Strato saws I've ever fooled with. Some of the newer model Polands, Steels, all the 5 Series, Huskies. There's a lot of them that are Stratoed now. There are a few that aren't steel yet, but for the most part, most of them are, that I can think of. I mean, there's probably a good many that still aren't, but most of the saws that I get now are in the newer saws are Strato. So that, I don't know that the Strato ports actually add to any power. I ain't gonna say they don't. I ain't gonna say they do, because I couldn't tell you. I do know some of these, there has been some people that have cut the intake and stuff and put the fuel charge into the Strato ports. But I've not seen any good video results or anything on my own. I'm not saying there aren't. I'm just saying I haven't seen any, so I don't have an opinion on it. I do know that some of the newer Strato saws, like the 462s, the 661s, the 562s, the 572s, those are good running saws. I mean, and they're stout. But that's not really anything. Like I said, the basic principle of this video is just to show the difference between a Strato and a non-Strato, and using 2 cylinders from the same saw was the easiest way that I could think to do it, because this is the old 372, this is the newer 372. Piston's heavier, cylinder's heavier, saw's heavier by a lot. Even though this one is missing the head. This cylinder right here is still a considerable amount heavier. This piston right here is a whole lot heavier. It's a lot bigger. There's a lot more meat in it. And it weighs a bunch more. It is basically the same size piston. This is the non-Strato piston in the Strato cylinder, and vice versa. This piston is a lot heavier. I kid you not. But that's it. That's basically, so anytime somebody talks about doing a conversion, you know, this piston and cylinder and intake setup and carburetor, this whole lot that you need right here, if you have these pieces, you need this piece, and the clamp, the air filter assembly, and the carburetor, unless you want to mod that carb to fit on there. If you have these 4 pieces with the clamp and the choke lever, you can put them on a Strato saw and make it a non-Strato. Muffler's the same, the air filter's the same. This thing right here is not the same. They look really close, but they aren't. The screw holes are staggered in the Strato and they're straight across on the non. You can fit it on there, and I do have videos of how to do that, but you'd have to go back and look at that video. But I hope that clears up the air. If you have any questions, just shoot them in the comments. I keep forgetting to tell everybody, in our description below, down at the bottom of the video, there's a link to our apparel store, and I usually put a link to our Facebook page, Hopper Nation. So if you want to come over and join us over there, feel free to. Hopefully we're going to get back to making a bunch of videos here before long. I've got tons of stuff to do, but I've got some cleaning to do and some equipment repair that we've been working on as well. Not here, but a couple of my friends have some equipment, and we've been working on some of that stuff, trying to get it done. We got a machining video we're going to do. I got to make a really large pin. I blueprinted the pin last night. It's a rammer pin. We're going to do that. It's probably going to be an extremely short, boring video. It'll probably be short for it's mostly turning, but I'll try to film some of it and show it to you so y'all know what I'm doing. Because I've got a lot of stuff to do. I haven't hardly worked since April the 28th, so yeah, we're getting back at it. Alright, I'm going to let y'all go. This video is already almost 20 minutes long. I'm just explaining the difference between these 2 cylinders. That's the longer version of the explanation. Like I say, there are some stuff that I don't know about what it's supposed to do, and I'm just giving you the basic ideas of what I understand without going into a bunch of mess. But, alright y'all. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe. Be kind. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. God bless. Bell Hopper out.